Here to speak with me today is Tracy Pryor, Chief Deputy District Attorney, San Diego County District Attorney's Office, and Michelle Shores, a California Sexual Assault Forensic Examiner Association nurse. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Tracy Pryor. I'm a Chief Deputy District Attorney in San Diego and have served as a public prosecutor for 25 years. Our District Attorney, Summer Stephan, is a proud sponsor of AB 2185. Many years ago, I heard a phrase that stuck with me. In the presence of violence, one cannot achieve health. I have seen the aftermath that serious sexual and physical assault has had on victims of violence, and have seen the difference that quality health, and specifically a forensic medical examination, can have to help a victim progress from being a survivor to a thriver. In a forensic medical examination, a specially trained nurse or doctor examines a patient who's experienced violence. They provide medical treatment, they document injuries, and they connect that individual to local social services and develop a safety plan together. These healthcare providers are uniquely trained in the neurobiology of trauma and best understand the psychological and social pressures that impact patients affected by violence. These examinations have been deemed the gold standard in the field. The problem is that currently only sexual assault rape victims are legally entitled to these examinations free of charge. Domestic violence victims each day in California experience serious violence on their own, but they're not necessarily sexually assaulted, and they don't get any access to this gold standard medical examination. We can do better. Domestic violence victims are strangled every year, which is associated with a 7 times higher likelihood of them being murdered by their abuser. Yet these victims don't have access to a free medical examination. We should do better. Recently, in 2016, our legislator put an exclamation point right in front of us when it declared the protection of domestic violence victims, quote, has been hampered by the lack of consistent and comprehensive medical examinations. This bill would make us better. The bill provides equal access for domestic violence victims, especially those who've been strangled. And they bring domestic violence victims on par with victims of sexual assault. And this truly is a preventative public health approach to public safety. My county recognized this gap in 2016. We knew there were specialized medical forms already designed to treat these health exams. We knew there were specially trained healthcare professionals standing at the ready to perform them, but there was no funding and no mandate in the law for them. So we applied for a Cal OES state grant to pilot a program to see if it would work. After all, that is the purpose of grants, isn't it? To try something innovative and then seek sustainable funding and legislative solutions if it truly makes a difference to our community. We rolled out the program in 2017, and now a specially trained forensic nurse responds 24/7 to serious domestic violence and strangulation calls. To date, we've done 1,000 of these examinations, and our outcomes have saved lives. We've seen a 15% decrease in domestic violence homicides and an 11% reduction in strangulation being the method used in homicides when comparing the years before the program and after. My colleague will share the story of a domestic violence victim who had a fractured larynx but would have known it and could have died but for the fact that she had access to this forensic medical examination. The numbers and the stories in San Diego are important, but taking a step back, this bill is simply about access. Sexual assault victims in California get important and life-saving health care for free, but victims of serious domestic violence do not. It's time to change that. I strongly recommend you pass 2185 out of committee today. In doing so, you'll show domestic violence and strangulation victims that their health and their safety deserve an A+ response from all of us. Thank you.